Yeah, I'd like to take a closer look at the flexible packaging market and the challenges and opportunities it faces. And yeah, let's start with the regulatory and industry standards. Could you remind us what is planned from a regulatory point of view coming up, and also tell us what your thoughts are on what more is needed to create a fully circular economy?
Sure. I mean, that is a complex topic. And I have to say that even without regulations or regulators, our industry, the packaging industry, is moving already towards a higher circularity. As everyone has understood by now that raw materials are scarce, greenhouse gas emissions have to be reduced, and global warming needs concrete and decisive action to be at least slowed down. However, in order to ensure fair competition, stable, consistent market environment, and a much needed infrastructure for a circular economy, we need regulations. We need regulations and guidelines to help us and support the whole value chain to transform. And therefore, we do appreciate the intention of the European Commission and other regulators to create a sensible and harmonized legal environment. And to come up with some examples in response to the plastics waste problem, governments across the regions are taking action through market-based measures. Like this year in April, we saw a new plastic tax coming into force in the UK. This plastic tax applies to plastic packaging product, which is produced in the UK or imported into the UK, and it should contain a certain level of recycled content. If you don't fulfill that, you pay tax. That is a good principle because it should help the recycling industry in general. However, if such regulation is applied differently and implemented differently across the EU or even beyond the EU, this could create a bit of an administrative and bureaucratic burden to the whole industry. So we do hope for more harmonization here. And then, of course, there is one very big topic, the European Green Deal, which we fully support in terms of its objective to continuously improve the environmental performance of packaging, and is in line with the circularity targets and the climate neutrality objectives of the European Union. But there is a tricky part. Such regulations are not easily defined and implemented as they are, or as they have implications and consequences for a super wide range of industries. It's not just the packaging producers which are affected, it is the food and pharma companies of this world, it's the collecting, sorting and recycling industry, it's the retailers, and it is also the consumers who are seriously affected. So here we are happy to help and liaise with regulators and even politicians, and we would wish sometimes that they would listen a bit more to us.